Hello, everyone. This is your instructor, Greg Barnhill, and I'm going to make a quick video. I'll try to make this as fast as I can about getting you started in this course. Now, right now, you can't see anything but the Getting Started module. So I'm going to click on this, and then I'm going to get you started on the actual module. Here's my information. If you, the best way to get a hold of me, and I'm just going to hit the highlights with this, is this particular email right there. In fact, where's my little um, Spotlight. Okay. That's a different kind of name. Anyway, that's the email to get a hold of me. You can message me in Blackboard. I would prefer you use that address, and please put your name and what course you're in. And let me get out of this. Now, as far as the assignments go, you can look at this later. Once again, I really just want to get you started. Here's the breakdown. There are going to be quizzes in each folder or each lesson. Huh. In-class activities. Okay, I'll be changing that one. That should say module lessons. My apologies. Huh. I don't know how that got on there. Yeah, there will be no in-class activities. I'll show you. There are lessons with each folder. They're 10% of your grade. You can do them as many times as you want, and I'll go over that here quickly. All right, and then the last thing here I'm going to touch on. This textbook is considered optional. There is a online version. Click on that. You're given information in each lesson. This is a good resource, but you're not required to buy an actual textbook. Boy, I made that quick. Oh, it says there's a video there. Well, hopefully that applied to what we're talking about. So these are not available yet. So here is going to be module one. Now, this being a summer course, you're going to be covering 2 modules per week. I will open them early so you have plenty of time. This class is only 4 weeks long. So that's just an introduction part. Okay, each module will be broken down into these individual lessons. Here is lesson 1.1. And the rundown's the beginning introductory part of this. This should be the introduction to anatomy and physiology. Ooh, it's a big picture. Here's some introductory information, the objectives you're going to cover. Let me get back out. And then a couple of things here you're going to want to read through: the study of anatomy, just a brief history of the different types of different categories of video to watch. And down here is a lesson quiz. Now, these are considered to be 5% of your grade. They're low weighted. You could take them twice, so it will keep your highest score. And each lesson is going, well, yeah, each lesson within each module will have a quiz with it. So, oops, let me go back here. So this particular, well, all modules, they're going to have 9 lessons. This first one's over introductory anatomy and some chemistry. You're going to want to work your way through each lesson. So once you complete the first one, go to the second one, go to the third one. Honestly, if you sat down with one module, you could probably do the whole thing in an hour or less. And that is 5% of your grade. Now, this does have a lab component to it. Here are the outlines that are used. I'm going to click on this drop down menu. This is the introductory type of stuff. This is body regions, abdominal regions. Maybe the internet's slow. My goodness. This one might be a little longer. Well, okay. If you want to, you can just download these. It looks like that one finally came up, but and you can actually make this. This is in Blackboard. You can download it as well. But you can make it like this, for instance. You can make it full screen. You'll want to read through this. A lot of it repeats from lecture. Here's some different body systems that we cover: digestive, urinary, male reproductive, homeostasis, that kind of thing. That's actually, yeah, homeostasis. So you're going to want to read through, and then these are individual. Here's a section on body cavities. There's a video. There are no quizzes with the lab portion of this course, which is under this particular folder. But once you have gone through all of this, you're ready for the exam. So each module will have a lab folder. So you're going to want to look at that, read through all the material. This is a link. It's called Padlet. And basically, it has some really detailed outlines here. You can use that as a textbook if you wish. Basically, the stuff that's covered in each lesson is the same thing. Here's some PowerPoints, and then these are all videos that go through all the different subjects that are covered. Now, it's good to get a perspective of different authors. Crash Course is good. All these others, most of them are very short. Some can be 5 minutes or so. But you want to look through these as well. If you're confused on something like the characteristics of life, which that one's not usually a big thing in our class, but here's anatomical position and terminology. That'd be a good one to watch. You just click on it and it says video unavailable. That's awesome. Let's try this one.
Anatomical position.
Okay, well, anyway, that goes through it. I guess that other one, is not available. Interesting. That is Crash Course. So I don't know. I guess their video got blocked. All right. So you're going to want to look at those. Now, for the assignments, there is a lesson to do. I'm going to click on this. You're going to get a little different view than I will, but here's what they look like. Here's the page. Now, look, if you want to make this bigger or smaller, you can always do Control Plus or Control Minus if you want to make the font a little bigger. But what these are interactive. This one here, part 1, characteristics of living organisms. So you're going to want to go through each one of these. This is drag and drop. I'm just going to, hopefully it'll ding for you. Yeah, did you hear that? Okay, that means that you got it wrong. Let's see, larger, where's, and look, you can bring this down like this. This should be a good one. There we go. Now, if you ding one of these drag and drops, and you can always start these over like that. So these questions, you can redo them till you get 100. You can redo the entire lesson till you get 100. See this one here? I'm going to click on that, check your answer. Nope, it is wrong. So then blah, blah, blah. It should be this one. So you can go back and redo it. This is individual multiple choice. Some of these may be in groups. This is another drag and drop. Once again, listen, that means you got it wrong. Let's see, atoms. Is that going to be the very start one? I don't see subatomic particles. But if you go all the way through and you dinged it, it's not going to give you full credit. So you can start over. Here's some arranging. You place things in the correct order. If you want to see if you got it right, you click on this, check your answers. 0.7 out of 4. Did not get that correct. But anyway, you can work your way through all of these. So the lessons you can do over and over again. You can redo each question and lesson. I didn't want to exit all the way out. Here's the lab exam. It says here it's 25 questions. You have 45 minutes. These exams, once you start the exam, you have to finish it. These count for 30% of your overall grade. The lecture exams are 40%. Same thing here. Once you start these, you have to finish them. You only get one try. You get 2 tries at the lessons, or the lesson quizzes, excuse me. So these here, this is over inorganic compounds. You'll get 2 tries over that one. Now, I'm not in the student view. It's going to look a little different. When you click on it, it's going to give you a start button. There is a timer, but you can do those twice. And I'll go back and change the in-class activity part, but basically the breakdown is these lessons are 10%. So they do count for quite a bit. Use them as a grade builder. Here's a lab exam, lecture exam, and that's all the assignments in this course except for the final. So each module, now there's going to be 7 modules plus a final. These are not available yet. The one on cytology, like here, same thing, same format. I probably won't make a video for that one. You're going to want to work your way through all these lessons. There's the little Padlet study hall link, same thing. Here are some outlines. Here are PowerPoints, and then these are all videos. So that you can watch. There's one on osmosis diffusion. Maybe I should click and make sure they're still working. Yeah, they're good. The one on Crash Course, it said something about copyright, which has nothing to do with Howard College, but they're a pretty big YouTube channel. So I don't know what's going on with that. Same thing here. Here's a lesson. Here's the lab exam. Here's the lecture exam. Okay, I hope that gets you started. Always check your announcements and email me if you have any questions.